Previously.
You gain the derangement paranoia. You are not sure who to trust. Isabella not knowing who the Sabbat is and where this bruiser came from. Kevin, you are driving. There's only one thing pumping through you right now, and that is revenge.
He hasn't thought beyond get to Adelaide. Where is he?
Not seeing you, man.
And like the world you were in before, we have rules. There are 6. And the last one, and possibly the most important, you cannot kill other kindred.
This is Adelaide's Anarch movement.
Who are we waiting on?
I think that's it, isn't it?
The door opens. Hello! Hi!
And what was your name?
Oh, me? My name's Taylor.
Can I offer my...
Oh, no.
Fuck.
Oh, no.
The person.
What would you like to roll, Sean?
And now.
I went cold. Like, I've actually got goosebumps.
Oh, no.
So what do I roll exactly?
You were rolling a self-control test against a frenzy.
Just how many dots are in my self-control?
Yep, that's right.
Son of a bitch. Huh.
Do we notice this reaction?
You will in a second.
Oh, God.
What am I trying to hit?
You are trying to beat...
What did you say? Against my willpower, did you say?
No, it's a self-control test.
Yep.
Roll your self-control.
I'm going to say that this is a frenzy of...
fucking
rage? You
rage?
want to do harm to this person. And you're a bruiser. So this is probably difficulty... Let's say 8.
And let's just point out...
Plus 2.
I can't use willpower to stop this frenzy.
You can use it after.
2 10s.
2 10s.
Yeah.
So you can re-roll one of them.
No, because the one's there.
That cancels that
One.
one from being re-rolled.
Yeah.
So that's
But
1.
you can re-roll the other one.
2.
There was another one.
That's a 1.
Okay, so that's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So that's a success.
So 2 successes.
2 successes.
Oh, 2 successes,
Two
sorry.
successes. The minute you hear that name, describe to me... Well, I'll tell you automatically what happens. Your fangs flick out of your mouth. They bare. Your whole body flexes and tenses as it prepares to strike. In the fight or flight, this is fight.
Yeah.
This is hot blood coursing through you, and it is only through the barest means that you manage to control yourself. You're not out of the woods yet. You need to make another roll in a second.
This is how, like, if you can imagine both a douse of lava over his head, but his blood running cold at the same time. It's tunnel vision. Everything goes away. This is the one word. This is the genesis that brought him to Adelaide. That doesn't make fucking sense. He's a Malkavian. No, you. That was just your assumption.
There, yeah.
He's a
He just seems like one.
He's just friendly.
Yeah.
And by the way, Kevin has not mentioned Taylor's relevance to either of you. This is just...
I believe you mentioned his name.
I asked Jack Bannon, the sheriff of Adelaide, whether he knew who Taylor was, and it was dismissed.
It's almost as if kindred lie to each other all the time.
Kevin's one goal is to find Taylor and to kill him.
Oh, no.
Well.
You found him. There's part 1.
Fuck.
What am I doing next?
Got a whole bunch of...
So what? Describe... You managed to control yourself. You need to keep controlling yourself.
This is Kevin.
So you are still controlling your urge to kill this man.
This is the last... This is a highly conflicting situation.
Do we start to see him?
Yeah. So you describe the method by which you're controlling yourself. So your fangs automatically bare, but you don't act. You stay in your seat, but your muscles flex. What, do you swear? Do you hold the table? Do you tremble?
This is like Kevin... Instinctively what happens is his hand reaches inside onto his chest, but he just holds it there.
Coterie meeting.
Like every muscle is sinused. It crunches into, and his eyes have not moved from Taylor. It is piercing straight through him. As soon as he hears the word Taylor, he is frozen.
Okay, so he freezes. His hand goes to his chest, almost to the coat pocket, but freezes there.
Yep.
His teeth bare.
Kevin.
But he locks them down. He's holding there, and his focus is laser on. You two notice this, and you get maybe 6 seconds of text.
Kevin, look at me.
Kevin.
Okay.
Hold my
That's
hand.
it. So roll again. Same roll.
Same roll.
Oh, what were we going to do?
I don't know.
He's a freaking Bruger. Like,
2 6s, and it was a difficulty of 8, wasn't
Was
it?
a difficulty of 8.
So
It's
I
a
just
failure.
failed.
You fail. How fun. We'll do this cinematically because combat will take too long.
Hey, remember what happened last time this happened? Bruges time, buddy.
You burst out of your chair. Your hand goes to your gun and you draw. As you do this,
Yeah.
Oh, and if it wasn't made clear,
Yes.
he's going for the head.
absolutely, absolutely. You would if Taylor was still there. If the second you pull out the pistol, Taylor has gone. He's vanished from sight.
Now, I wanted to ask because I have a very high dex.
Yes.
And my question... Fuck. Okay, no, and I will be fair to you. I was going to talk about my specialty for firearms, and I'd initially thought about quick draw, and I decided against that,
Okay.
and it was going to be marksman.
Okay.
So just for future reference,
Sure.
his specialty in firearms is he gets his fucking shot.
Sure.
Right.
No worries. You two see a...
Do I see where he went?
No.
He's that fucking fuck. God damn it.
celerity, man.
I want to run out the door. Like,
You do not have choice as to where you go. What has happened is
frenzy.
that your
Yeah.
Of course.
your target of frenzy has disappeared, and you turn your aggression to your nearest opportunity.
There's like a
Stupid beast.
fucking bar full of kind.
Professor Masters.
Oh, God.
The gun is placed against your head as a blood-thirsty, enraged creature wants to do you harm.
Stop.
am I out of this? Have you taken control of my
Yep.
character? I'm going to sit back.
You are in a
Let's play
frenzy.
out.
You are in a frenzy. The affable, lovable Kevin that you knew, who's down to earth, has revealed itself not to be that at all, but a bloodthirsty monster, a thing filled with rage, bent on destruction. It wants to decimate everything in this room, nay, everything on this earth, if it's given.
Can the
full
beast be
power.
commanded?
Fuck no.
Okay.
I believe, though, that you sincerely believe it can.
Right.
So, because you're in ENA, and it's your default action.
Yes. That's what I usually do, is
Yep.
I just use my will to
You
command
Do
him.
I
turn your
have a-
head to a bloodthirsty, teeth open, gun pointed at your head. You put the barrel of the gun is at your forehead. You look Kevin in the eyes and tell him, stop. Do
Do
you
I-
say it or do you shout it?
I try and keep my cool.
Cool. You say to Kevin.
I don't
as
want to
he-
enrage him with shouting back at
Yeah,
him. That
yeah.
might
as he
provoke more of a
roars with a
response.
gun at your forehead, you say to him simply, stop.
Do I have any action?
Yes, you do. What would you like to do?
Am I able to kind of somehow get to where Vincent is?
Okay, you stand up out of your chair and move around to Vincent.
Like
what are you
almost to
trying
kind
to
of
do?
push him
You are in
out
be-
of the way.
Kevin is in between you.
Yeah.
In between you two. So you could pull Kevin back.
That's what I wanted to make him kind of focus on me.
Okay.
You're gonna
The,
pull.
the
You're gonna.
easiest way to do that is to grab Kevin and turn him around to
You're
you.
gonna. Okay.
Or to attack him, to scratch him.
No, I don't want to attack him.
Isabella tries to pull you off. She doesn't succeed in doing this because you're far stronger
Because
than
I'm
her.
a beast.
But what does happen, and we'll take this into cinematic, is with the trigger almost pulled, the hammer is back. Vincent stares with Isabella clawing at Kevin's back, trying to pull him off, trying to dissuade him from inflicting violence on his comrade. I was almost going to say friend.
On his daddy.
Two figures, two blurs, crash tackle into Kevin. They smash into him. And as you realize, one of them is a blur of black, the other is of white and blue. Seems like Michael and Taylor have crash tackled into you.
What's their generation? I guess we'll find out.
They smash into you. You careen into the table, and both of them hold you down.
They hold me down
They do.
successfully.
Two of them.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
they do.
Yeah.
Why? I'm just saying, kindred against the beast. I don't know the dynamics.
Yeah, yeah.
They're older than you.
They have different stats to you.
Please, don't hurt him. He's not in control of himself.
We know. We know. Look, we're not going to hurt him. It's fine. It's
Good.
fine. It's
Good.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Kevin.
It's fine.
No one is getting hurt today.
Taylor seems to sincerely...
Wait, Taylor's there? I thought he left.
No, Taylor.
He's
He's one
tackled
of the
you.
blurs that crash tackled you.
Oh, shit.
He genuinely believes he's helping by like staring you in the face and saying, it's fine, it's fine, it's
He's just
fine.
like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you."
This doesn't work.
No.
And in fact, you're getting angry
I'm
and
glad
angrier.
it doesn't.
Michael senses this and pushes him away and takes the kind of authority on holding you down. And it's just, as you're held against the cold floor, the beast within you. Give me another self-control roll. Difficulty.
Can you do something with,
Difficulty
with your
7.
Your lovely
My empathy?
Just nothing.
Nothing?
Yep, I had a 1 and I had a 9.
Okay. Michael holds you down and you still wrestle and try and fight. You bare your teeth and you try and snap at him. The gun has long gone and has disappeared somewhere.
Am I able to kind of like get eye level, like get on almost on the floor with Kevin?
You can.
I mean, there's kind of no reasoning with the beast, but I'm just trying to think if there's any like a touch to the.
You could try and talk to him. I don't know if it'll help or not.
Can we both talk to him?
I'm
Sort of
I'm
share the
trying to go
conversation.
for
I've got
like
good
a
expression. That's what I'm sort of.
I think just go for it. See what happens.
I want to go for like a gesture, like a he's held down, right? So his arms are by his side.
His
and-
arms are.
To
He's
just-
kind
Michael
of,
got
he's,
me.
he's spread Christ-like on the floor.
Yeah, to
Like
just
his-
kind of like hold his head, just kind of like palm to his head in a kind of not firm, but just kind of like stroking gesture, and just keep saying, Kevin, 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 come.
Vincent, are you saying anything?
Come back to us, Kevin. It's us. Your coterie, your family. Remember?
So it's probably shouted a little bit more because
Yeah.
he's growling and
Yeah?
like,
Remember?
there you go.
Kevin?
Kevin.
It's us.
Eventually, give me another roll.
Watch me botch.
Yeah, watch your bunch.
2 7s.
You eventually, with the commands of your friends to come back and the soothing touch of Isabella and her faith in you, you pull yourself back to the world where you are in control of your body again. Please cross off 3 points of blood off your sheet as you spent blood. Michael, once he realizes that you are out of the frenzy, your teeth retract and you stop struggling and your sense comes back behind your eyes. He gets up off you, dusts himself off, puts a hand out, and says the only words you've ever heard him say so far. Sorry about that.
He doesn't say a word, but he takes the hand.
He pulls you up.
Is Taylor still in the room? Because this is going to be a problem.
Taylor is no longer smiling, no longer the person who walked in, but is quietly in a corner, arms crossed, leaning against the wall.
Perhaps it's time we took our leave.
I believe so. Kevin, you need to come with us now.
He's going to be hungry. He needs to feed. Michael, you should as well. Ask a patron. Here's what we'll do. If you can find Charlie, we'll call it even. You're welcome to feed on anyone out in the pub.
Kevin has not taken his eyes off of Taylor.
Very generous of you. Thank you.
Kevin, shall you come outside with us?
Taylor's head is still kind of down, and he looks up, sees you looking at him, looks down again, and puts the hoodie over his head.
Am I able to read Taylor's aura?
Absolutely, you can. What a great idea.
So you see a shimmering oil slick. No!
It's so pitch black. It's so pale, but so dark. It's almost as if it's... Oh, Kane? Everyone is Kane.
Difficulty?
Difficulty is 8, as per usual.
4.
Great. It is a brown, purple, grey, flecked with silver, and kind of scrambled all together.
The browns and the purples, are they kind of like more darker or...
The brown and purples are dark.
So like-
they are as per usual kindred, so it's all faded.
but they would be a darker colour.
Yes.
I'm conflicted here as a player
Okay. Talk me through.
because my objective is clear and it's still there in the room.
Mm-hmm. Is your character wise enough to know that they could achieve their goal in the circumstances that they have? If your character is wise enough and intelligent enough to know that they could not do that, you've just been pinned by two people.
Easily.
Easily.
While frenzying.
While frenzying. You know that they...
That's answered my question.
As a player, setting a player goal is really important, but recognizing that...
The circumstances surrounding it.
And going from A to B to solve that goal is not an interesting journey.
Yeah. So, 100%. I was trying to reconcile that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Kevin, can he just does a quick cursory glance? Does he know where the gun went?
No, you don't. It's gone.
I want to do an alertness check for it.
Great. Don't roll. You can't find it.
Really? He'll look from Michael to Alice and he lands his gaze on Taylor. Is there anything that's registering on? Does Taylor meet
Taylor's
the
head
gaze?
is still down, still with his hoodie obscuring his face.
And he doesn't look up.
Doesn't look up.
And he wants to say a million things. He wants to do a million things more. And he walks out, not leaving his gaze from Taylor until he's out that door.
Thank you for your kindness. We understand that this has been... Well, it could be unforgivable, but we all want to know that we are all working together.
Yes, thank you for handling it with discretion.
Have him feed. And find Charlie.
I'm sure that will make him feel much better. We will. We'll
Of
let you know
course.
when we do.
Chloe and Sam.
Mm.
Chloe and Sam addressing Isabel and not addressing Vincent, says
Mhm.
Alice. Actually, she makes a deliberate point of
Yeah.
like not. She
Yeah.
forgets herself and clearly like,
not you.
I'm supposed to hate you.
Yeah.
And addresses Isabel. They're at Ward Z in the
Ward
Glenside
Z.
Hospital. I will give you players permission to use your mobile phones to research that as well if you'd like.
Well, I think our priority is to feed.
Yeah.
Glenside Ward Z is a real place, so you may most places in this adventure are real places, so you may always use your mobile phones to get further information.
Okay. Thank you. We will do what we must with this information.
Thank you. Tell Kevin he's welcome back.
Okay.
That's surprising.
Do you say that?
No.
This.
But it is surprising.
As you leave,
Because they know that he's passionate and a brewer, and they want him in the animal.
as you leave, you hear Alice say, "And this, Daniel, is why we don't listen to you." And he goes, "What are you talking about?"
Daniel got schooled.
And the conversation disappears and fades into the background.
love
You
petty
find
politics.
yourself in a bit of a daze
Yep.
and hungry.
Kevin, head to a booth.
You do?
Well, I imagine Kevin being right outside the damn place.
He's going to walk straight
He
outside.
walked
Oh,
straight
okay.
out.
Okay, into the rain.
Yeah.
You feel the hot blood. If it feels hot-blooded, even though it might not be, inside you, the cool temperature outside seems to temper your fiery passion as you calm down.
As Kevin's senses slowly come to himself, is there anyone about? Is other streets empty?
They are. It's wet. It's raining. And Kine, unlike you, feel the cold. The only few people are inside, although actually quite a few have left, perhaps because of the scuffle. Maybe they heard something. People do give you a strange glance, although you didn't notice that going through. Isabella, you do.
We're able to feed on anyone from the bar, but discretion is key.
Yeah, we're not going to bring him out here. Oh, is he come back inside?
No.
No, he's outside. So we should probably... Kevin has gone outside. We need him to feed immediately.
Sure.
I'm thinking we should head to a booth. Get
Sure,
someone
maybe
to join us.
Find someone to join us and I'll bring Kevin in.
Okay. I'm probably going to go back to the bar since the bartender was already kind of taken.
Sure.
And I'm going to walk out into the rain.
Yeah.
Hey, what can I do for you?
I was wondering if you would like to join me in this booth. You seem like an interesting fellow, and I am not from Australia, so I love to hear stories.
Is it a flirty attempt or is it a friendly attempt?
Probably should be...
Is it like a naive, I don't know my way around, come join me as a friend?
It should be that, because flirty would then run into trouble when it's like, hey, and here's a booth full of other people. Like, why would you just kind of go?
Sure.
So it's kind of more like, yeah, I'm a kind of young, naive thing.
You
Appealing...
seem pretty friendly.
Yeah.
Sure. Have you got a map or do you know your way around? Or?
No, I have... she pulls out like a really old phone. I have one of these...
Oh my goodness! Here. He pulls out a mobile phone with like a internet package, a smartphone, and comes around the bar. Come, sit. Let's sit. I'll show you Adelaide from a bird's eye view.
Thank you. No, come back to my booth, please.
Oh, sure. He sits down. Kevin and Vincent are outside. Is that right?
Yeah.
Kevin's outside. He's just got his face tilted up to the rain, and he's just letting the rain just hit his face, and he's still.
Wash over him.
He's just absolutely silent and still.
I'm going to give it a couple of cinematic beats.
Yep.
I love the cinematic beats.
Yeah. You know, you don't just walk out and go, "Hey, Kevin." Just like, you know, gauge his mood. And
Vincent stands between Kevin and the door, lit by the door as Kevin is in darkness and the rain washes over him.
Can I feel that he's outside? That he's
It takes
with
a second before you do. You self-absorbed for a moment. He doesn't initiate it. You realise that he's there. He's been standing there for a while and has been uncharacteristically quiet.
me? It's him,
who?
Taylor. That was him.
Why do you hate him?
He's the one that did this.
Side you.
Yeah,
That makes you angry.
you can say that.
It's a gift as well as a curse, you know.
Fuck that noise.
A lone car drives by.
You see the weakness of your blood, though. The beast just beneath the surface.
I don't see any of that. All I see is his head in my hands and nothing else.
That won't happen tonight, Kevin.
But it's gonna happen.
Only if you master yourself.
Kevin clocks something interesting. The vampire, the kindred, who upholds the traditions, who talks so judiciously about them, has just heard that Kevin has said he is going to murder a vampire. And his immediate response was not, that breaks the sixth tradition. It was, you need to master that. He doesn't say anything on it, but he's clocked it, and he's going to look over at Vincent for the first time with something that's not distrust.
Come. You need to feed. You used much of your vitae when you lost control.
Kevin takes one last look, maybe sees another car drive past,
The wet sound of tyres on the road.
and he'll crack his neck and walk back inside.
You find yourself in a booth. Vincent, do you follow?
Yeah.
Isabella is entertaining the bartender. He's a 5'10" man, kind of round and balding head, but tall. He fills out.
I drink him to death.
No!
It's just in the middle of the pub.
Yeah.
You sidle into the booth.
These are some of my friends. And this is... I'm sorry, I did not get your name.
Alan.
Alan, please meet my friends.
Hello.
Mm.
And you sidle in next to Alan, I presume, not across from him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
And what happens next?
So I want to use my presence to kind of like not stun Alan,
Mhm.
but
His fixation is on you.
yeah.
He doesn't care about the wet man who's just slid in next to him. He doesn't care. He's got eyes for you.
Yeah. Essentially, I want to make him so fixated on me that he is just kind of like everything around him is a blur.
Roll ore for me.
Because you can drink. You don't have to drink from the neck, right? He could just like...
Drink from a hand.
Yeah.
Drink from an arm or wrist.
Yeah, so it could be... So it's more subtle for the rest of the
Yeah.
people in the bar.
I was going to say, just...
Yeah.
The inner thigh is the best place.
Yes. Well, to drink someone dry.
Well, yeah.
Got a big carotid artery there.
That's right.
Sorry, what am I rolling?
Your ore test.
Which
I don't know, you tell us. Apparently,
perception, empathy?
Not perception.
No.
manipulation.
Yeah. Yeah.
You need notes.
Do, do,
I'm not put this down.
do, 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 do.
Ward Z was originally called L Ward, but then they realised that sounded like Hell Ward. So they were like, maybe we should change this. Particularly as it's for the criminally defective.
Oh, no.
The
Right.
mentally criminally defective. The real bad ones.
And that's where Sam and Chloe are. Would it be... Is it solitary... Is there solitary confinement here, or is it just...
It would definitely
Yeah,
be solitary
100%.
confinement.
Cool.
This is like old school mental treatment. This is not
Also
modern.
done very, very subtly.
It's grim.
Oh, it's
Grim as fuck.
Oh, so it's like a place vampires would be.
Sure. Yeah,
Look
there's
at
a
that.
whole gallery of Zedward.
Ore. Charisma plus performance. Difficulty 7.
I almost was going to have ore, and then I took away presence.
You did?
Would have been awesome.
It would have been awesome.
Boo.
Using the powers of blood, Isabella attracts the attention of
1 success.
the bartender. His eyes and gaze are fixed on her
Thank God he's mortal.
as you pick up what you're going to go for the neck or the wrist.
No, it's basically a thing of like Kevin's still somewhat in his own world, but once he gets a clear indication that he can read the situation,
Yes.
the kindred must feed. He just reaches down, grabs the man's wrist to pull his arm across. There is the nice forearm,
Mm-hmm.
and he is going to chow down.
He extends his teeth and bites into the arm. Blood begins to pump as you drink. How much are you going to drink?
3.
Okay.
That's too much.
That's
It's more than 2, but it is
2
not
is definitely safe. 3 is
correct.
3 is pushing it a bit.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's fine. You drink 3 points of blood. Are you going to lick the wound clean?
Yes,
Mhm.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to erase all traces of it.
This man, this Alan, this bartender, will probably be found in the morning where he is, assumed to have drank from his own supply,
Yeah.
and that's where you leave him, lying fast asleep, resting his head inside a booth.
Can I make it so he's kind of comfortable at least?
Yeah, of course.
Does he have a jacket or?
You find a small pillow and you prop it up against the wall
Yeah, just
in
kind
the
of.
booth, and he snuggles in.
Yeah.
It's a warm bar. It's a safe space. At least he thought it was until he was fed upon in it.
All things in moderation, Kevin.
There's no way of knowing how much you've...
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't tell from the fact that he just instantly passed out. That's what happens to everyone.
He,
I guess even
it's-
2 they would
He
pass
was
out, wouldn't they?
deep in under
Yeah,
the
yeah.
effects
Mm.
of awe, was fed upon, and then is slowly kind of... Isabella's put him to sleep.
So
almost.
we don't know that Kevin's. Okay.
Getting a bit dangerous.
Maybe he took a little bit longer, but maybe he's new to feeding still.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just coming down from the...
It's no way of...
frenzy.
You could take 10 points of blood from a human being. It's not anywhere close to the point where you're going, okay, that's enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's not close to that
Yeah.
point.
The band packing up? Are they still around?
The band is gone.
Oh, they're gone.
They're gone. You were in there quite a while. You talked for quite a
I was
while.
wondering if I
Until
could catch one of them packing stuff into the car and just have a little nibble myself.
Would you like to have a little nibble of someone?
Someone, yeah, please, yeah. I
There
spent
is
some Vitae tonight, so...
there is a young man who is quite intoxicated, but he's kind of resting in one of the booths just by himself with his phone out. He's very drunk though.
How would I approach this to make it seem innocuous?
He's drunk enough that you could do a friendly hi. Let's hang out.
Hey, buddy!
Hey, how you doing, man?
Yeah, not bad. I'm new to the area, so...
Mm-hmm.
Can I just chat to you?
Yeah,
Is that alright?
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I'm just
fine.
trying to make some friends.
Yeah, cool. I'm a friendly kind of... And almost throws up again.
Whoa, you alright there?
Oh, man. I think it was the seafood.
Hang on, let me hold you up.
Do you pull him up?
No, like I sit
Oh,
next
okay.
to
You
him.
sit next to him.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you going to have a bite?
He's got food poisoning.
That doesn't
You're a
matter to you. You're a
vampire.
vampire.
Yeah, well, I'll get a bit drunk, won't I?
Are you sure he's got food poisoning? I think he's just lying.
Yeah.
I think he's just sloshed.
How
very
how drunk would I get for drinking this?
Depends
guy?
how much you took.
If I took 2 points,
Pretty drunk. Yeah, it would. Yeah, you'd be a bit drunk.
1
like
point?
with a buzz, or like, oh, my friends are like, oh, you're a bit drunk.
It would be. You would be noticeably drunk. You couldn't get
You-
behind. You couldn't
to-
get behind the car.
To be
the wheel of the
fair,
car.
it
Oh,
wasn't keeping with what you said when you first came in, which is like, wish I would have known what it's like to get a bit drunk. You literally said that when you
Yeah,
were
I know,
staring
but
at
I
the
don't want
beer.
to get like I still have self control.
Oh,
Like,
you're in
I'll take a point from him.
Okay.
So,
You bite into his neck, just quickly.
just quickly, if I can do 1 point
Absolutely.
quick, yeah.
You bite into this poor man's neck.
So
He actually-
it's like he's showing me something on his phone. Yeah.
He actually thinks you're going to kiss him,
Yeah.
and he kind of invites that.
I just gently turn his head further away.
Mm-hmm. He exposes his neck
Sure.
to you,
Yeah.
and you bite.
Yeah. Not what you're hoping for, buddy. Sorry.
Maybe not in the way that he was hoping for.
No.
you drink and sate yourself a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just one.
You
one
lick
bottle.
the wound clean.
I do, yes.
And he, like the other victim, that's too much for him. And he kind of...
He is quite drunk.
Puts his head on the table and goes, that was really nice. What's your name? Do you have a number? Can we get back to your place? I'm feeling really...
I'll pop it in your phone for you.
thank you.
I take the phone and I just pop it on the table.
Oh.
And then I leave.
Thought you were going to get another vessel.
No, not this guy. I
Yeah.
think Port Adelaide, not that useful for me.
Ugh.
No.
Port Adelaide.
Isabella, what are you doing?
I think enough has been done tonight.
Enough bloodletting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've made sure that Kevin's looked after, so I think that's kind of I can get a herd member another time.
It is 1 a.m.
While Phil is doing that, Kev would not want to be in that building.
Sure. Okay.
We'll
So
walk
you,
back
the
outside.
minute
He
you
would've-
feed, you're up and out.
He would have headed towards the car.
Isabella, you follow?
Yeah, well, I have spent some time to kind of just rearrange Alan, make sure that he's kind of in a comfortable position.
Cool. I arrive not long afterwards. It doesn't take me long.
No.
Like once I see Kevin's sort of sorted, that's when I go and make my move. And then just as I slip back in the car, just wipe a little bit of blood off the lower lip. Oh, whoops! Make sure that's no one saw that. Tasty.
Yeah.
Are we going to rest, or are we going
Vincent,
straight to
his eyes are
Glenside?
less focused. You're a little bit intoxicated. Just a little bit buzzed.
Yeah, just a touch.
Yeah. He slurs every now and then.
Perhaps our energies have been well spent tonight.
It is 1 a.m.
I think it would be best to recover ourselves before we head to see Chloe and Sam. Who knows what waits for us there, and we should be in our best conditions.
Certainly. Would you mind dropping me off in Prospect on our way back to town?
Oh, you're not going to like Kevin's thought process here.
Mm.
Kevin's wanting to go to Glenside no matter what.
You could do that.
He will. He nods
Do
and
you-
he...
Okay, I've got 3 hours before I need to talk to my science, so that's okay.
Oh, if you've asked to drop him off, he'll drop you off.
And just go without saying.
This is the thing. Like Kevin just pretty much says, "I'm happy to drop you off before I head to Glenside."
Heading to Glenside.
Sam and Chloe's there. That's our next port of call.
Kevin,
No time like the present.
you have exerted yourself tonight. Yes, you have fed, but I think you should be taking some time to recover in here. Motions to head, and here, and to heart. There are different feats of strength that you must exercise.
This brain's racing at the moment. Need to keep it active, and work keeps it active.
It's not about racing. It is about being able to communicate with these poor things. Who knows what they may throw at us? We need to be at our best. I think you need to come to my haven tonight and rest.
I'm happy to put it to a roll whether I...
I think it's entirely dependent on how convinced you are of those arguments.
He's pretty strong-headed. He's iron-willed. Like he's literally iron-willed. It's that very much he has to...
Am I seeing any am I recognizing that there's no, shake in his resolve?
Yep. And more to the point, because of your low willpower, you might tag along, and you do want to protect him. If he's going to go in, you're following.
Yeah.
The coterie has to stay together.
Vincent, don't you need to meet your sire?
You'd have no idea that that's
Oh.
happening.
Didn't you say that?
No.
Oh, okay. That was out
It
of
was in a
character.
text
Out
message.
of character.
It was in a
Okay.
text message, yeah. And I have 3 hours before she asked to commune with me, so that's time enough, hopefully, for a quick interview.
Kevin...
With a vampire, yes, yeah, haha.
Kevin
Interview with a vampire.
starts the engine,
Kevin starts the engine.
and he doesn't say another word. He just heads towards Glenside.
A lightly buzzed Vincent Masters.
Just says, strange nights.
A determined Kevin. And a comforting Isabella.
Possibly worried.
Worried.
Yeah, she seems a little shaken to me.
Yeah.
Just like a little, oh no, this is getting worse and worse.
Adelaide by Night is a Baby Beard Media production. Find us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And all our podcasts are available on Spreaker, YouTube, and all good podcatchers. Portions of the materials are the copyrights and trademarks of White Wolf Entertainment AB and are used with permission. All rights reserved. For more information, please visit white-wolf.com. This season of Roll to Cast is made by fans, for fans, and is not officially licensed material of White Wolf Entertainment.